Yo, so wanted to record a opening to the first hour of this thing. It's pretty fun. It's an excellent co-op game. Pick a class and you start up here, make them look sexy and stuff, and then well, you get a free weapon. But you can't use it yet. You don't. Depends on the stats you pick, but seems pretty good. I went with this one. It's a faith build, which is pretty decent magic build. So just see how I get it. So here's where it shows you how to use your ranged stuff, or tells you. It gets a little weird. Down on the D-pad activates your lamp, which is that, which I'm not going to get into. It gets complicated. But up goes to your ranged. which is either a bow or a gun or magic like this guy has. And then you can assign it to different spells to different button presses. So when you hold L2, if you press R1, I do that spell, and once I unlock more, R2 will do a different one while holding L2. And then, again, while holding L2, I get to use R1, X, or R2, and each one casts a different spell. It's really... it's less than intuitive, but it's a good system when you get it going. And then press down on the D-pad to switch back to the Umbra Lamp, and you can find your way through areas just like that there. You've probably seen loads of that already. But yeah, it's difficult to get the hang of, but once you do, it's really good, really fun to use. Up for ranged and down for the Umbra Lamp. And yeah. And these are essentially your bonfires. So, and there's plenty of options, and multiplayer in this game is super easy. So when you actually activate multiplayer, it'll just search for a match, and you can keep running around playing the game while the match searches, and it'll just join you whenever it happens. And you can set it to either you both go through the game together, or you can set it so that you go through another person's world with them, and you get loads of experience and items and stuff, but it doesn't actually pass those bosses in your world. You still have to go back to your world and pass those bosses. And that's what I was hitting with this, but it didn't seem to take, and I went into shared progression. So at the end of this, I was still... I was as far as we had gotten together. So it's just designed to be a very co-op friendly Souls experience, which is fun. It's super fun, and there's so many different ways to play, whichever works for you. You know what I mean?
Ready for my quest?
these things are when a player in their own game dies, the enemy that killed them can sometimes get a buff in your world. Uh, but it does, if you kill that enemy, if you activate that thing and then it points you to the enemy, if you kill that enemy, you get a bunch of XP and sometimes some really good items, like weapons, occasionally, rarely. But they're good to do. But the thing about them is, see the way their health bar is blue? That means they're protected by a shield, so there's some thing protecting them. You can see it there. It's that blue lighty thing. I'm getting used to the controls myself again. But that's not it. No, that's not what I'm talking about. That's a different thing. But yeah, it's still got the blue over its health bar. But once I shine the light on it in a certain way, it takes away that thing that's given it that invincibility buff. And then you can damage it fine. And it'll die eventually. But it's a tricky thing. There's a lot of little tricky things. But
I always wondered if there were others. You're probably thinking that lamp...
Sentinels! To the cliffs! Fall back! Fall back!
Help us!
Okay. And coming up here is a very tough enemy. Very strong. More powerful than anything you met before. But then I joined a multiplayer match. So the matchmaking was happening the whole time, and now it's finally happened. Me and this guy both same build, way! And we're gonna have some fun together. And then, yeah, we eventually get back to that guy. So I cut it to there. Just so you can see us beating that guy. So here, there is a special thing that happens. Not sure how it happens. This guy is, he's kind of like a boss invader against certain bosses or something. I'm not sure how the dynamics work. I remember years ago when I played it, but there's certain things you have to do, and it'll activate that thing as an invader after you beat a boss. You get something if you beat him the first time he shows up right here. We didn't. But you can meet him later on. There's loads of different chances you have to beat him, but you can only beat him once, and he's very, very strong. Once per playthrough. He's very, very strong. But anyway, yeah. We just continued on, got back to this guy, and worked together to beat him. Anyway.
Oh my god.
This time, because we're in the Umbral world, you can clearly see the blue thing just hovering around, giving it that shield. Like when you're in the normal world, it's invisible. But when in the Umbral, you can see it clearly. And if you shine the lamp on it in a certain way, with R1 I think it is, while holding L2, you'll get rid of that, get rid of the shield, and then you can kill the thing, crap out of that thing. But yeah, that's how that other different little tricky thing works.
Nope. Yeah.
Someone! Help me, please! Someone! Help me, please!
So, This guy's about to hit the enemy with the Umbral Lamp. He holds L2 and R2 together and he pulls the enemy's soul out of it. When that happens, we can attack the soul, and that damage is put on the enemy as a white bar. And then the next hit on that enemy eliminates that white bar. The same thing happens to us. Oh, and I'm about to parry this guy. If you block at the exact right time, you get a parry and you can do a backstab. But the withered health thing, the same thing happens to us. When we're in the Umbral world, sometimes when we get damaged, it'll take away our red health bar, but leave a white health bar. And if you hit enemies and deal damage while you have that white bar, it'll bring the health back up to where the white bar is. It's not a tricky element of the game to get used to, but it's fun when you get it right, and once you can work it well.
You carry the lamp long enough, and if you don't make use of this, I've given you from now on, find your own way, and stay out of mine. I've given you from now on, find your own way, and stay out of mine.
Mhm.
Oh,
Stay out of my way, lamp bearer. For your own good.
poor substitute.
So, yeah, well, we died. And we died a few more times after that. But then, perseverance won out the day. This was me thinking about quitting. But I didn't! And so when he moved through the fog gate, it just automatically spawned me in the boss fight, which is cool as well. Host privilege and all that stuff.
Just remember, in the end, you're better off alone.
And get some very fortunate dodges against her there. But she is all about that holy damage. She's like our character. She does a lot of holy. She's focused on faith. Which means she's also very resistant to holy damage. So me and my guy are not great against her. It takes a lot of hits to bring her down. But this other fella is doing umbral damage. That's why his weapons and his magic looks like the umbral world. And umbral does decent damage to her. There's loads of different damage types. Poison, other things. But holy is not great against this chick, so it's taken us a while.
Stay out of my way, lamp bearer. For your own good.
And we did it. I just figured this was a good run through of the beginning of the game, seeing what the co-op is like as well. Love the co-op in this one. It's fantastic. It keeps you going, even like in the Souls games you normally get kicked out once the boss is beaten, but in this one it's all like, yeah, you guys keep going, run as far as you can. And it's fun.
Will not ease your suffering.
And thank you for watching my video.
Sorcery does.
Hopefully it will inspire you to get into this game a bit. It's really good. There is a lot to do in it, and the Umbral transferring between the night world and the day world it's very cool. I like it a lot. Hopefully you do too.